So let's review of what's happening when you're slunched over like this, and we'll just talk about the knotted t-shirt theory. So when you're slunched over like this, what happens is these muscles in the front, there's a knot or there's a contracted muscles. For all these hours, it becomes contracted, okay? Like this. So this muscle is permanently showed over there. These is a contracted muscles, and these are elongated muscles that develop little micro knots, okay? I want to explain also inside the bone, what's happening is since it's the socket of this muscle, it's floating around. It gets pushed over to the side, and it rubs on only one side of the bone. So, and let's go over the details of the contracted muscle. So let's talk about this muscle right here. That's contracted, okay? This muscle, I would say that it's very contracted. It's like a scar tissue. Fascia, it can almost become almost like steel, like really hardened. It has it's different forms and purposes. One is structure, like steel. The structure of it is like scar tissue and structure. Another form is because it elongates like a rubber band. And third purpose is lubrication, as in like oil and stuff like that. So this is one extreme when it turns into a solid and you can't move it, okay? And then the other extreme is like a rubber band. It's this muscle that's right here. It's overextended muscle. And whatever happens to overextended muscles is that this and this have to balance out. Everything always have to balance out. And when something's so stretched out, to reinforce itself, little dots, there's also spasms and everything to reinforce blood, and like the structure will actually form like little scar tissue, little dots to reinforce itself. And all right, see, look, okay, the thing about this is what happened here with this, when you're trying to lift up your arm, it's inhibited, okay? And it also inhibits when you're trying to retract your back shoulders, and it's easier just to relax, and it goes back to its normal structure. Okay, and so the idea is I've tried numerous times to strengthen my back muscle, this back shoulder muscles a lot. Okay, I've tried to do that, and it didn't work because I just end up throwing the weight. And also when you're I thought you could also try stretching this muscle right here, and I was either stretching it incorrectly, or it just stretched other muscles. Okay, now let's go to the practical section of the muscle. So let's just, for example, take your arm and try to pull back your muscle and stretch back as much as possible, and try to stretch. And you're supposed to feel tension back up here, but since you're not stretching it correctly, you have to do it in a certain manner so that you can feel this muscle purposely. So you think you're stretching a muscle when you're doing this, but you're not stretching correctly. So you actually have to put your arm back here and stretch like back here against the wall. Use a wall and try to stretch this pectoral muscle like this, and then you will feel it right here prohibiting. This muscle will be prohibited. So, and that muscle, since it's prohibited, when you work out, exercise, it limits your range of motion, and it works on a different axis. So that's video 2.